Baiklah, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Annesa. Today I'm gonna presentation about ICT and developing translation skills. I am from Group 3. I'm gonna discussion about for first is what is translations, second is the mindset of translation technology, third is how to improve translation skill, for the fourth is advantage of translations, next is disadvantage of translations, platform and how to use, and the last is conclusions. Let's we move to the next slide. What is translations? So guys, translation in ICT is referred to the process of converting contents from one language to another using technology tools such as translation software or online translation service. Next slides about the main types of translation technology. First, I'm going to discuss about computer-assisted translation or CIT. Maybe you guys not familiar with it. So what is CIT? CIT tool are software applications created to support translators in their daily works. CIT tool use database of previous translation, or usually from a specific source language and target language, as well as frequency information, segmentation data, and a well of other research to aid the translation process. Let's move to the main types of translation technology for the seconds is machine translation or MT. Machine translation is an automated system that allows for the production of translated content without human intervention. Undescribed error, as described earlier in this guide, machine translation is not a new phenomenon. However, the advances in technology that have been taking place in recent years have led to a rise in the use of MT. Machine translation refers from CIT tools and that doesn't rely on human input, but produces translation entirely on its own. Let's remove how to improve translation skill for first reads. Of course, you need to read for read and read, and the second is converse. Third is back translation. Fourth is practice makes one perfect. You need to practice and practice more until you make one perfect. And the last is you can using computer assisted translation or CIT tool. I will discuss this in more in the next slide. How about the advantages of translation skill? For the first, you can improve communications skills, and the second is enhance our language learning, and the third is appreciate different language, and the last is it can improve our technology skills. And for the disadvantages, one of the main disadvantages of translation is that it can be often be quite time consuming. This is because translating a text requires not only understanding the meaning of original language, but also finding appropriate word and grammar structure in target language that combine the same meanings. Additionally, idiomatic expression and cultural nuance can be difficult to translate accurately, which can further slow down the process. This can be especially challenging for complex or technical texts that requires specialist knowledge and terminology. As a result, translation projects often require a significant amount of time and effort to ensure that the final product is accurate and effective. Next slide is about platform for translations. First is Google Translate. Maybe some of you familiar with this private, of course, we usually use in our daily phone translates. How about the price? For the first is have many pictures. There's a Google Lens, audio, or translate your text. And the second is multiple language available. There's available many language that you want to translate. And then third is can translate via link and upload document. You can copy your links and upload your document that you want to translate. And the fourth is there's a handwriting feature. If you want to use this feature, you can use the applications. And the five is voice or audio super. This is can use your audio to translate or your voice. And the six is free or not paid. This is platform, as you know, guys, is free or not paid, and the last is easy to use because this is familiar with us. And for how about the cons? For the first is low accuracy, and the second is character limit just for 5,000, and the last is need connections or online. Next slides. How to use Drive from Google Translate. I think it's so easy for some of us. For the first, you can go on website and type Google Translate and then click the links that show in the first, and then you can start to translate the text that you want. Next slide is second platform for translate. In this platform, I use Cat tools or Smart Cat CIT tool. How about the pros? For the first is accurate or professional because CIT tool is basically used by professional translator, and the second is have organized text because when you translate your text, there will be share for 5 columns or segments, and the third is to have translation memory that I have described before. And the fourth is super multiple language like Google Translate and CIT tool or market. There's multiple language. And the five is can improve our translation quality because it's manual. So of course this is can improve our translation quality. And the last is free to use. How about the cons? For the first is like of additional feature. Um, Not like Google Translate, have Google Lens, or you can upload your documents, uh, or you can not like Google Translate, or you can Google Lens or audio. This is not, and the last is hard to use because this is um, basically used by professional translator that I have said before. We move to how to use the platform SmartCat. For the first step, you need to go on the website and type smartcat.com like the first step, and then the display will be like that. You can click the circles on the display, get market free, click it, and then the second step, you can sign in with Google. And then the third step is choose your email and then click it. And next steps is you need to fill some data like which is event is for you, and you can choose freelance Latin for examples, and then five type is personal information. On the five types, you need to fill in some personal information like your full name, last name, and you need to fill in the password. And then you can click choose your primary use case. And then 6 steps is you need to choose against, like example, find jobs and translate files, click it, and then click start. Next line is step 7. Your icon will be like that, as you can see in the step 7. And then you can click on the left corner, click it, and then the display will be like the edge step. Click it, click the ties, and the display will be like nice display. On this step, you need to upload your documents to translate that you want to translate, because we are new, so we need to upload our documents. And then move to 10 step. After the document have been uploaded, we can click the next. And then the 12th step, in this step you need to fill in or choose the source image and get image that you want to translate. And the 12 steps, and the next step is your document has been already uploaded, and then you can click the text or the files. And the next step is your document will be like that. Your text, the display will be like that, and that you can start, but the display will be like that. On the right is your text, and the left is there's columns for your translate. You can start to translate, and for your information, there's a circle on the left. It means if you have some text that same, the translation memory will just save it, and then that will automatically translate. Don't forget to take your translation if you feel already complete, and then click done on the 14th step. And next is last steps. After you can click done and will be complete, the last step is your can download your document that has been translated. For the download document, you can choose your original file or special formats. Like on the result, on the top is original file, and the bottom is special formats. I use bilingual docs. As you can see it. Move to conclusion. Conclusion: the development of information and communication technology greatly affects the field of translation. The translator working environment is evolving rapidly toward global and virtual teams, where technology is in the center of the translation process. In the translation classroom, the application of ICT tools creates an inclusive and supportive work environment, and this ensures better acquisition of competence necessary to perform specific translation tasks. I think that's all from my presentation. Thank you for your attention. And wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.